Hey, Good Fox here with Muttman episode number 73. I'm joined, as always, by the man, the Texas boy. How you doing?
I just did like a visual, like raise my hands to the air. Nobody can see me, but I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. We got a lot to talk about with Madden 18 launching. We kind of delayed the podcast a couple days in order to see it launch. That way we weren't talking about what ifs. But we got quite a big agenda today. Just me and you, no guest. We're gonna break down our first thoughts on Madden 18, talk about overalls, Mutt squads, initial impressions, the daily objectives, Mutt levels journey, Mutt master solo draft, and some other glitches, the running and passing game, and then solos. And we'll see what else we can fit into the podcast today. Are you ready, Texas?
I am as ready as I'm gonna be because I'm about to be tired pretty soon, so I'm glad you're doing this right now. Because if you want to do this later on tonight, I'd be like, bro, I'm dead. Grinding solos has drained all my energy.
Really? Because like grinding solos is something like you think like it would. I guess not. I feel like streaming would take it out of you more than grind. Are you gonna stream your solo grind?
I did some of that yesterday. I'm gonna finish it. It just takes too long. When I saw Deli Walker Mutt finish the journey and it said it took him over like 14 hours, I'm like, I'm not streaming this entire thing. There's no, I'm not, I mean, I could do it, but my subscribers wanted me to stay on last night when I was streaming. I was like 3 hours into it. So I'm like, I can't do this to you guys. I can't have you guys sit here while I play solos, while you play solos for 14 hours. That sounds miserable. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get caught up and then finish it on stream so I can pull the packs for the audience that's there.
I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, so that's a good video to pull those journey packs or whatever. All right, so I guess the first thing we should get into is your initial impressions of Madden 18. What's kind of standing out to you so far, and what do you like? What do you dislike?
So far, I don't want to be negative, but it's just the game speed. It just feels kind of sluggish and slow to me. It doesn't feel as fluid. But it might just be me though. It might just be me just not really familiar with the game right now. Some people are actually really enjoying it. I know people say this game feels smoother and also better than the past year's games because of the new engine. And I just don't see it, but I could just be, again, just unexperienced with like how this stuff works. So that's one negative. But I'm enjoying the Mutt levels, enjoying the amount of rewards that you can get for just playing solo challenges and grinding. I know people have put a lot of money in this game pulling packs, but guys that don't, you could pretty much get on here and make a lot of coins doing just very minimal work. Put on some Netflix, put some YouTube, watch some videos, and I like that aspect of it because it's kind of rewarding the solo guys right out of the gate. And you got to play solos to unlock other stuff in the game, secret packs. That whole aspect is dope. So I'm enjoying that entire process right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, except for your whole part about putting on Netflix instead of Twitch and YouTube for Texas streams. But you gotta pump our community up. But so my initial impressions, I agree. Solos seem pretty nice. The coin reward, like for a few hours of grinding, you can really get some good coins and stuff. Obviously, pulling packs are going to get you there faster. But about the sluggishness of the game, is it just because everybody's so slow right now to where we're at the end of 17 where cards were in the mid to upper 90s on the speed?
It might be because of that, but I really wasn't playing Madden towards the end of the year, so like it just kind of feels like a lot of the guys aren't really running as smoothly as like you would think they would. But it could be something to do with the agility and the ratings of these cards being low. I guess my opinion might change once I pull my first pack. I haven't pulled any packs yet. I'm pretty much into this game, no money spent right now. Just playing solos and waiting for my rewards stuff to come over. Not my rewards, my loyalty stuff to come over so I get some of the leads, and then my pre-order bonuses so I can pick my legends and stuff. So maybe once we get those higher tier cards, such as like the Barry Sanders or anybody that has those like 85 plus stats, it might feel a little bit different.
Yeah, that's quite a good point. I think, are you gonna go no money spent this year, Texas?
No, I'm gonna buy a bundle. I'm just waiting because right now usually EA drops a launch bundle in the game at the beginning, and so I'm trying to wait to see. But also, this is the best time pack luck or best odds or best pack luck will be right now. And so I'm kind of like at a crossroads. Should I buy a bundle today or buy a bundle when everybody gets the game and pack odds go to shit? But probably be better packs in the game at that time. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck right now. What are you gonna do?
Well, I don't know if you follow my Twitter account, but I just bought 120,000 points for a bundle opening today. So I'm opening it all today.
You 120,000 all today?
Yeah.
You don't have enough. You don't have a big enough binder for that.
Oh. Well, can I put them into like those upgrade sets?
Why are you gonna do that right now?
Isn't there I just wanted for the YouTube title. I just wanted a $1,000 pack and play.
I mean, that'd be great. I feel like you still want to get 90 overall elite, but that'd be fun. Like that would be fun. Like it'd be kind of cool to see, but technically it's not a how you say $1,000 pack opening because EA Access discount. It's like probably like $987 and change. But hey, who's counting?
You're right. It's technically not $1,000, but it's YouTube and clickbait, right?
Yeah,
because
clickbait,
EA Access. Yeah. So it's only $900 or around there. Yeah, but that's without that, without the discount on PS4, that'd be $1,000.
So Gutfox is going in this year, guys, for packs. He went ahead and loaded up today. He's like, this is my budget for Madden this year, and this is what I'm gonna spend, and all I'm gonna spend. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah. So, I don't know. So yeah, I'll be opening them right now, but we'll see what the pack luck contains this tonight on stream.
Hopefully it contains good shit, man, because I've been seeing people get excited. Obviously, every video on YouTube's filled with elite pulls. Crazy, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. And they're all softcore elites, man. Like, you see one or two hardcore elites out of these packs. And it's kind of disheartening.
Yeah, the packs are terrible.
Yeah. I saw Cookie tweet out, I bought a Nintendo Switch. It was less money than the amount of money I spent yesterday to get an 82 overall team in MUT. So, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what's the Switch cost? Like $30?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a $400 pack opening yesterday.
And then and the Switch was less money. Oh, these packs. EA, you did a good job with these packs. I'm not going to lie, trying to trick the community into being happy over some garbage as elites.
Yeah, the community's really happy. I don't know. Well, the thing is, like, obviously YouTubers put that on their title because nobody's going to click on, it was a pretty bad pack opening. Sorry, guys. But here it is. Mm-hmm. But if you have an exciting title like all these elites, oh my God, then people are going to click on that. So you can't hate the YouTubers for clickbaiting. Well, I guess you can a little bit, but I don't know. Moving on from packs, other initial impressions of the game and solos, we kind of talked about that a little bit. What else do I think about it? What I like is all the new plays and playbooks. One of my most favorite thing to do is kind of bring up new schemes. I'm going to go back to the Titans to start off the game. Okay. The playbook's a lot like the Titans ended last year, but there's one play with a tight end on a corner route. It's glitchy as hell. I'm putting the playbook today on YouTube. It beats man, beats zone. It's a deep corner route from a tight end. So as long as you get like a fast and a good route running tight end, it's going to be awesome. So that's exciting. They took out one of my favorites. They took out my favorite swing pass in the Titans, but they put it into another formation. So that's kind of a wash, but it does suck that it's not my favorite one. So, but otherwise, I think the Titans, the playbook only got better in 18. And that's the thing with like overall on Madden, everything offense got better. Would you say that's true?
I believe so. Just with like how crazy offense is this year, I believe offense got better. Especially if you want to mention the most overpowered play in the game right now.
Is it wait, there's a few of them. Which one you talking about the monster?
Yeah, monster.
Yeah.
So offense got a lot better this year.
For those who don't know what monster is a formation where you split out your line out wide, and then it also takes out the defense out wide, so that you can get a lot of pancakes on the defense because it messes up that. What is that? The AI recognition of how many people in the box, so you can get a lot of pancakes and run that way.
Yeah.
But
which we'll talk about later on as well, because that's an example I'm going to be using when we get to that overalls don't matter stuff.
Yeah. So if we, for example, if you, what was I just about to say? I don't know. It's a good run play for solos too.
Mm-hmm. Get those 40 yards and 4 runs or less or shit like that. So I think it's in a Ravens playbook. I don't know any of the playbooks in right now, but the Ravens is the one that's in. They're going to patch it soon though. So it may not work consistently, but if you do want to waste your playbook pick for the next 5 days, if you're on Xbox and play EA Access, Ravens might be the way to go just to help you beat some of these solos pretty easily.
Well, Titans have it too. They have one of the monsters. Okay. Yeah, they have one of the monsters. There's a few different monsters.
Cool.
It's like a Rihanna song or something. Right. So what was I going to move on to next? Yeah, so overall impressions. Let's talk about the run game. Just overall, the run game seems crazy good. The jukes, the moves. So Texas, what's your thoughts on the run game then?
The run game as of right now seems a bit out of control, a bit overpowered. Mostly because the fact that a user can juke out another user, which before you wouldn't normally get juked out. At least I don't believe you could. So if somebody does a juke move or a spin move and you're going at that guy, you made the tackle. But with EA adding the defensive animations this year to where your guys on defense, even if you're using them, fall on the ground in just the most outlandish ways possible, it kind of makes the running game a bit unstoppable to constantly trying to scheme for, because you can pretty much have good defense. They get that one run, get 2 juke moves, and then they're in the end zone.
Yeah, and like the moves don't even have to go the right way.
Nope.
Like, so run game and like short passes to the flats, because then you can just juke out or truck the defense and then gain like 10 yards. Mm-hmm. But I agree. That's something I put out on Twitter as something that I was really concerned with. So in 17, you could do like speed jukes, but the range wasn't very great, and it was very hard to time to get rid of to juke out users. But this year, it's not hard at all to time. You can do it like 5 to 10 yards in front of where the user is. Same like spin 2, and then obviously trucking I think is about similar to where it was last year. So I agree. Run game's a little overpowered. I'm concerned about that. Pass game also feels pretty easy, but I haven't played head to head yet. I've only been grinding solos, but I've seen some pretty nice plays, because what happened this year with the crossing routes, they feel like that's the way to go now, because you can't cross man. And crossing routes, if you have enough speed, can beat man coverage. And zones don't sometimes cover those deep crossing routes that get behind into the corner. Otherwise, just go to the flats, like I said, in the passing game too. So I fear, because I hate the running game and how on defense, how boring it is to stop. It just being overpowered in like an entire game, like a game with 30 rushes from your opponent. It's just, I'm like, okay, I don't know. Maybe it's my fault for not being able to stop it, but it's just such a boring game to play that way. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Texas?
I like running the ball, but stopping it is going to be, I agree with you. Like, it's not really fun for YouTube commentary just when somebody runs the ball the entire time. But yeah. I like running the ball the entire time, but I'm also a little bit different when it comes to just making high, entertaining gameplay. Passing, obviously, is the way to go, because those catches and just a lot of good things can happen with those ridiculous animations that you can get for your receiver. But when it comes to trying to stop it, that's my biggest concern just the entire year around, because it just seems like it's going to be impossible unless they like do something that allows you or using that to get you that. I mean, I can probably know where a guy's going to go with the ball, but if I get punished for using a guy, like, what's the point trying to stop the run at that point? Yeah.
Here's another thing. So on Twitter, Clint Oldenburg, the developer for this kind of stuff, he said in order to not be juked, you got to hold the strafe button. So that's a tip for people to not get juked out, hold the strafe button. But the thing is, like, when you hold the strafe button, your guy's essentially in quicksand.
Yeah, you move slow. You move hella slow.
Very slow. And like, so if they can juke you from 5 yards out and you're holding the strafe button, then they can just run right around you, right? Since the hit stick no longer works, the suction tackle's been toned down a little bit. So it's definitely going to be harder to stop the run. But we'll see what run. And also, they also took out the run fits. So you can no longer see run fits by holding right and left on the joystick, on the right stick. So that kind of hurts with the run fit defense. They're probably still there in the coding. Just not being able to see them is kind of weird. So I'm a little concerned on that. And then, like, I don't know, with that run fit, like, what? Maybe there's another button to press to see the run fits? I should ask about that. But it seems weird that they take it out, Texas, because it was their big thing last year.
Yeah, well, I think they took the run fits out mostly. Well, they kind of. I wanted to have something to do with the passing game, the blitzing, because the run fits all kind of led toward the same thing, and then people got kind of annoyed with that, like the outside blitzes when they could just bring a guy, blitz and re-blitz him, and he had like a better angle to the quarterback. But when like on defense, when you're blitzing, everybody kind of goes towards the middle now, unless it's an actual outside blitz from the cornerback. If it's a nickel cornerback, he kind of run fits, or he kind of has his blitzing line goes inside, like near the center. So I don't know why that's not in the game, and also why that's in the game.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Clint, I just looked through Clint's Twitter, and somebody asked that same question a little bit ago. He says, great question, control change. It's now right trigger, to bring up play art, plus X or B on Xbox One for pre-play.
To check out run fits?
Yeah, for run fits. So now it's right trigger plus I'm guessing X for run fit left, B for run fit right. That's it. All right, well, that's just I guess that's still in the game, but we just different controls.
All right, so I guess if you really want to try to stop the run or the guy's running, just do that, and it should help you. Hopefully help you stop it, but you still can't make the tackle if a guy can dribble your entire team out. So.
Yeah. So at least we have that information, but we're still gonna get it's gonna be tough. Those stretches, those outside plays are killer.
Yo,
man, it's because run blocking is so much better this year.
And the halfback wheel route's gonna eat. If you don't use it, like how some guys try to like play the middle of the field against the running back when they can. If you don't use it and the running back can actually catch, it's gonna be ridiculous. So
wait, what halfback wheel route?
The halfback wheel route of the shotgun formation.
Out of the split close?
I think it's out of this. It's out of a lot of formations. Split close is out of the trips to the right, where basically the guy running back runs either up right or left, and the receiver there runs an in route. And so typically a user would sit that in route and then go to the halfback. But if you hit the halfback early, dog, it's gonna be just that all fucking day.
Oh yeah. So you gotta basically man up the halfback, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you have to man the halfback up and just try to with the cornerback that's over there. If you think a wheel route's coming, and then watch the in route with your user. So another level, kind of like a cross-man situation, just putting the guy where you think he'll go, so that way you have a guy in that area instead of trying to track that much field. Because the linebackers in this game are so slow that it's so hard to cover that much field. So if you don't got a guy that can actually, like a Shazier or Zach Brown, anybody that has like 80+ speed, you're gonna be in for a lot of rage.
Yeah, and that's. I guess let's move on to like the ratings this year. I was gonna do a video on it, but I ended up just not getting around to it. Mm-hmm. So the player ratings, I hate. What basically they did again this year is make every card the same depending on their overall. Yeah, there's a few points in speed difference and whatnot, but it feels like they really condensed a lot of the same levels of cards to the same levels of stats behind the cards. So like, besides for the outliers like John Ross or whatnot, but like Shaz has got like an 85 speed and is the fastest linebacker, and then like you have players that are just higher overall, just have a much higher speed. Like there's no like Chris Carter was not faster than Shaz in real life. Like no. Shaz, I guess I can look up their 40s. Let me do it quick. But like Chris Carter, because he's a high overall, has a high speed.
Yeah,
I don't think that's how it should really.
Yeah, they didn't do what we thought they would do, where a legend or anybody for that matter would just have cards that were kind of like how they played in real life. I mean, obviously speed is what you want, but speed shouldn't be the main stat. So if you're trying to make Chris Carter in the game and make Chris Carter a card people will use, he can have like 83 speed. He just needs to catch every pass in the game.
Yeah.
And they decided that we're just gonna keep going the same way, where guys who are legends are gonna be, or higher overall to be players, more than likely are gonna be faster, and upgrades players are gonna be faster, even though it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. So here it is. So Chris Carter ran a 4.63 at the 4. So and then Shaz ran a unofficial 4.36 at this pro day. Yeah. So that was just the first one. That was the first link I found. But so he's 0.3 of a second faster in the 40, which is significant. And he has 6 speed lower. It's a few. Speed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's what they do, man. It's just what they do. Unfortunately, just stuff you can just look at it, and that's probably why baseball and 2K do a better job of ratings, because they actually do things that make sense. Whereas Madden, they have to kind of keep going upgrades. 2K can downgrade, upgrade. Madden constantly has to upgrade because people will get mad at downgraded cards.
That's a really good point. It's just kind of the way the MUT system is. Whereas their Madden ratings are much more accurate. So I guess it's just kind of the game mode we play and how we get with these team of the week and upgrades and stuff. So whatever, we know that. I should stop bitching about it. All right. So what did you want to talk about with the hashtag overalls don't matter?
All right. So I was watching Lights Out's videos from Madden Daily, and by the way, those are the best videos I watched from EA recording event. What he's putting out, those
dude, Lights is so good.
They're so great. The way he talks, the way he explains stuff, it's really easy to digest, and you guys should check him out. He's probably, that was the best stuff I've seen out of that capture event. But so he talked about how you can kind of cheat the system. So EA this year has this cool thing where you have to kind of match formation with formation. So if a guy comes out here and dime, or not dime, if a guy comes out here in 4 wide, 1 running back, you got to come out here and dime, because you can't have linebackers in coverage or in man, because they're not going to be as good as the cornerbacks, obviously. If a guy comes out here in jumbo, you can't come out here in the three-quarter man press nonsense anymore because they'll get pancakes because you have to match based off of formations, which makes sense in real life because it may happen in real life where if you don't have the right formation, you may get exposed. But in Madden, that wasn't really a big of an issue because you can kind of always get personnel out there to help you kind of, I don't want to say cheat, but make sure that you can stop both run and the pass just by having the right guys. So if you wanted to come out here and nickel to stop Jumbo or come out here and nickel to stop a 4-wide set, you could because you had the right personnel out there. In this year's game, you can't do that because if you come out here in dime and you have 4 great block shitting guys, they'll get pancaked if the guy comes out in Jumbo.
Yeah.
So ratings basically don't matter at that point.
Well, that's specific logic coded in there in order to personnel match. That way you can't stop every single run at $1 this year.
Yeah.
But that's something that I really like, and I do enjoy that they put that in there, so that way you can't get those glitchy, just stay in one formation the whole game type of people. Where that causes issues is, say, the monster formation we talked about before, where that's just like an AI flaw. But overall, I don't hate it. And then Lights also put out, which has been for years, the 4-6 speed package is going to be pretty good too. So the speed package, which has been in the game for many years, you can sub in the sub package on the game, not by individual subs. You can put in like dime personnel, and it looked like it did pretty well against the run. I don't know if it will do good against the run overall, but
Go ahead. I would say because that's what made me kind of incensed about this because he did say you can bring in go to 4-3 and then do the speed package, so you got dime out there but in 4-3 form. So he's tricking the AI. You got a full box now, but there's cornerbacks out there that won't get pancaked because they still make it pancake. But we gotta get more gameplay, more footage behind that. But they'll play just like linebackers, but also have the coverage ability of cornerbacks. And so, what the point of ratings then if you can't come out here and use players based off the rating? If I got 9 guys or if I got 7 guys, I got Kuechly, I got a Shazier, I got 4 linemen with all 99 block shit, and a guy comes out in Jumbo, I should be able to stop the run. I shouldn't get pancakes because they got more linemen and I only got 7 guys in the box. That doesn't that kind of just makes ratings
technically at that point, you only have 6 guys in the box, right?
Only 6 guys. I'm sorry, 6 guys in the box. But they all have 99 blocks, and the guys running the ball. Why pancakes, though? The fact that overrides ratings kind of annoys me. It'd be kind of cool for simulation, but I don't think that should be the way for competitive, because I want players to have their ratings. I understand that people get annoyed of people stopping runs in formation that shouldn't be able to stop the runs. It makes sense, but ratings also factor into that. And if a guy has low ratings, he should be able to bully him. But if a guy has high ratings and he's still out here getting pancaked, that's why Mike Daniels' thing was kind of frustrating when he kept getting pancaked by Zach Martin. He has high stats, but because he was in the wrong formation, quote unquote, it just resulted in pancakes. So what's the point of ratings at that point if the logic overrides it?
Yeah, well, I mean, this entire game's derived around logic and the rules that beat it for zone and everything. So having the logic, we've played this game for 25 years, 30 years, whatever it's going on, with it being the ratings override weight, height, and all that stuff. So you could put out some big block shed corners and then be able to stop the run like that. The community said that shouldn't be that way. So Madden developers went in and fixed it. So no matter your ratings, if this person comes out with a weak box, you're going to get pancakes. So that's just the way the Madden developers fixed it. It's the same thing they did last year with gap heat, where they said, yeah, sure, we know you can get gap heat by tricking offensive linemen, but we're not going to let you do that and exploit the AI that way because we don't feel that's in the best interest of the game. So what they end up doing is coding it this way to make people adjust their defense to the offense instead of the other way around, which is I think a positive step. And if it doesn't work, they can always revert it. But I do like the fact, as long as there's not those, monster issues and any other AI issues like that, I like the fact that you have to match. I've always matched personnel. So maybe that's just me saying that in my selfish way, because even last year when people come out in a 2 running back, 1 tight end set, I'd go to 3-4 instead of sticking them on nickel the whole time. But anyways, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Go on.
You have a problem with it at all? So I don't have a problem with it in theory too, but this is MUT. MUT is about building the best team. And so if you build the best team and they still can't,
you better have 3-4 linebackers.
I mean,
4-3 linebackers.
I understand all that. It's just I just don't think the logic should override actual stuff. If a team has higher block shit, it should win. It shouldn't be, oh, because you came out here in only 6 versus their 7, everybody gets pancaked. Like, no, it should be high. They got higher block shit, and if somebody gets double teamed, the gap opens. Cool, because it's 6 versus 7, but it shouldn't be, oh, your guy's getting put on the ground, even though he has 99 block shit. No, that doesn't. I just don't get that for Mutt. It makes sense in every other aspect of the game, but not for a game where you got your buying cards based off ratings. Because at that point, ratings don't really matter if you're gonna just keep matching personnel at that point. I mean, it will matter when you get to like man and stuff like that. I'm not saying ratings don't matter in general. I'm just saying for this particular formation stuff, like for running. Like,
yeah. I see what you're saying. It's always a tough balance for the Madden developers to do between ratings and like weight and height. So like last year when Night Train Lane had 90-something block shed near the end of the year, and then like you have a pulling guard, and then Night Train would like instantly block shed him, but Night Train's only like what 210, 220, and these linemen out here at 330 getting instantly block shed just because their ratings aren't good enough. So in real life, I'd expect that lineman to be able to put Night Train on his ass. In Mutt, it's not going to happen like that. Night Train's going to shed him and make the play. So it's also reverse. No matter how good of a block shedding corner or no matter how good of a run block wide receiver, if you go against a man that's 40 pounds plus on you, you're going to get physically dominated almost every single time. So I can see what you're saying with making the ratings matter, but you also got to make the weight matter. I see what, and then the Mike Daniels thing, that's kind of like, how do I want to put it? He's a stud. What's a good way to say it? It's just how they did it. Like I feel like I could use words better, but I'm not so good with English. But it's kind of like it's just a fix, a Band-Aid or a way of making it work this way to punish the defense. So even though yes, Mike Daniels won't get pushed over like that, it's just. How it is.
Like I said, I understand how it is. I understand that like it makes sense and all that. I like ratings, and they make ratings matter. Is all that matters. If they got an offensive line that has higher run block, and then the guy comes out here and dime, they should be able to run block those guys without having to pancake everybody. Like it just seems like punishing.
So you're. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. You're saying the linemen shouldn't get pancaked, but the defensive backs should.
Yeah, like it shouldn't just be like, oh, you weak box everybody on the ground. It just doesn't make like for ratings wise. If a lineman, if they come out in dime and you're in jumbo, linemen should be able. Because I don't see you really see linemen in the NFL get pancaked. Cornerbacks get pushed around or they run away from linemen because their dudes will just wreck them. But the fact that they kind of have that trick in the game where I'm gonna come out here in this, and then he's out here in this, and I'm just gonna pancake everybody. It just kind of doesn't sit well with me.
Well, to be in the past, those big formations like the dime, they never really worked because they were block shed. They oftentimes they worked really well because you shot gaps with the cornerbacks. Like they just weren't picked up by the linemen. So that's the AI too. So
I just feel like EA it's like a really cheap fix. Like we're gonna code this in the game, which is something that just make a better game. Like at the end of the day, a better game. Like this, if NFL guy comes out in jumbo and a guy's out in dime and they're getting stopped in the backfield, how about don't make the logic to where it affects every other run play of the game? Just make a better game. That's all I ask. Make a better game, and then this wouldn't be an issue.
That's a good point. If they just made him recognize who to block.
Yeah, like just this dude's in dime. I should be able to run ball down his throat whenever I want to. He's out here in this shit. And it's cool if we want to punish those two formations in particular, but you shouldn't touch nickel. You shouldn't touch 4-3. You shouldn't touch 3-4. Like I mean, I feel like those three plays, or the two plays should probably be punished more than those, but I guess they did it for everything, and I guess we'll have to see how that plays. It might not be that big of a deal. I might make more about it than ever, but if I swear to God, if one of my guys who has like 90 blocks, like David Harrison, gets pancaked, I'm probably not playing this game much longer. I'll probably just end up playing solo challenges all year long and just say F them up, Master Grind, because I ain't playing that dead no more.
Yeah, well, rip in pieces Texas, I guess, because that will happen.
I'm so salty if he gets pancake, bro. I'm about to build a team with the highest block shit guy. Just watch it get pancake and just laugh.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta play the game that's given to you. But yeah. I see what you're saying. All right, let's move on. We felt our opinions.
Yep.
And all right, so Mutt squads. You're a little disappointed that play a friend isn't in the game.
I'm really upset about it because it's something that we had in 25. It wasn't really play friends, just lobby stuff. Obviously, you could just go in the lobby and then match up with your friends to play against them. But just as a content creator, it doesn't allow us to have crazy videos with other content creators. And I think they kind of dropped the ball on that. I think Mud Squads could have been bigger this year if they had just that mode. Not just that mode, but added player friend.
Yeah, I know Jake said that they focused on stability first for these new things for his Mud Squads, and player friend will have to come later. But I feel you. I know I'm not that broken up about it personally, just because I don't have friends. And secondly, I'm glad they made a stable mode first.
Kind of. People were disconnecting yesterday.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. They were getting there to get disconnected. So, it's kind of like Madden 25 right now. But that might be something to do with the servers.
Take what I say and throw it out the window.
But I just imagine this, though. Just imagine, like, people talk about collabs all this year long, which is funny because everybody's talking about collabs, but ain't nobody working nobody, though. Everybody hated just saying that because it's a good thing to say in public. I mean, you had two people you played last year in a tournament that didn't really, like, help you, like, with the posting of that said video. Anyway, I didn't mean to just do that. So, like, they say they're going to do stuff, but they don't actually do stuff. That's what I mean. And I ain't taking shots until they actually prove me wrong. Otherwise,
I miss Summer Texas. He was all about taking shots.
Yeah. It's kind of, I gotta calm down right now because I ain't trying to mess up my collab opportunity with anybody right now. But hopefully they start doing that. But this could have been just a dope thing. And I think they didn't add it in the game. I think cynically, like EA didn't want to add player friend because they saw the potential of a YouTube Mud Squad tournament, and they're like, we can't have that. You can't have the YouTubers do it first. We got to be able to do it first. I think that's the reason why. Because, like, imagine, let's say you, Sahara Joe, and Embry all create a team, right? And then you play, like, we'll say K, Cookie, and Toke. You play those guys. It's like a round robin tournament, some shit like that. And that could have been dope. And it could have been, like, theme team and stuff. Like, it would have been just really awesome to see. But now you can't do any of that. You just got to play with your friends, which is what we wanted, but we can't play against other friends or other content creators. And it kind of makes me sad that they didn't add it because they could have did a lot more for the mode than what it's doing right now. Because they'll add it next year, call it a new feature, but because that's what EA does. But it should have been the game right now.
I don't know. They've done a lot of adding of features and not waited to the next year. Like salary cap was added in like May. But I see what you're saying. I think they just ran out of time. Personally, I can't fault them for not having it because they came out on Twitter and said, we just ran out of time, so we couldn't fit it in the game. But I think maybe we'll get like a patch, like Jake talked about on the podcast about continuous development. So I could see that being a thing down the road.
If they do add that'd be kind of awesome to see. But I don't think it's something they work on in the short term, unless the mode doesn't like have as much legs as they thought it would. Because if the mode probably dies out early, then they might add it. But if it's as popular as it is all year long, they probably won't add it at all this year.
Well, no, I would say the reverse. If it dies out, they're not going to like work on it that hard. But if it's super popular, why wouldn't they keep iterating on it?
They might try though, just because if they keep working on it, they can potentially. Like if it's dying, then they can bring some more life back into the game. But if it's popping all year long, and people are playing, it's like Draft Champions kind of sort of. But the people who keep playing, they'll probably support it better. In a sense of they probably won't support it as much. Instead of trying to add more stuff to it, just keep it the way it is.
That's a fair point. You have evidence behind you, and I don't. So I'll concede my point. Draft Champions, one of the most popular modes. They just ignored it last year. All right, so moving on to daily objectives. I kind of got screwed here. I'm a little disappointed.
What happened?
So for Mutt Master, you need 25 daily objectives. Yesterday, I logged on late, got the game late because my internet situation was kind of crappy. So, and then I see that like daily objectives, like, okay, where the hell are these daily objectives? So I click on it. It takes me back to the first page. I see my daily objectives. What I thought were the daily objectives were complete 25 solo challenges. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's 1 in the morning. So I got done with that by like 3 something in the morning. And then like the daily objectives didn't tick. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are my daily objectives? So then this morning I wake up, I see daily objectives on my screen. I asked my friend C Cucumber, or internet acquaintance. He said, no, I got my daily objectives yesterday. Why didn't you? So I got fucked not having the daily objectives in the game for me yesterday. For some reason, I completed all their solos, completed the opening solos, completed all that, got the 62 overall, and now I'm gonna get my Mutt Master done 1 day later than everybody else because they wouldn't give me that first daily objectives. So I don't know, any recourse do I have here? Like, could I go to EA Help and ask them to give me another daily objective? That's kind of crappy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do about that because it's kind of like a daily login at that point, and they can probably force it to you. Like, what they probably would be like, no, it'll probably show it. Actually, you can't do anything about it. You're just kind of stuck right now. So you have to wait 26 days now in order to get Master, even though you were on yesterday and didn't actually get credit for completing it. Yeah, so that's going to be annoying if that stuff just consistently does that. Like, I know the game is still it's not out officially, so there's going to be some bugs with it. But if there are bugs in the game that kind of prevent you from getting stuff done on time or don't give you credit for something you actually completed, that's going to be something they might have to look into immediately, because that's going to ruin people's MUT experiences if they if stuff like that keeps happening.
Yeah, so completely agree. And then another issue here, Jake Stein just tweeted about forced fumbles. We've discovered that forced fumbles will only count when it's from a player who's playing on the D line. Description will now be updated for MUT Master. Are you fucking kidding me?
On the D line, though?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my! How are you gonna get How are you gonna? It's like 50 forced fumbles or something crazy like that.
That was 100, I thought, right?
Oh, maybe 100. Maybe it's It's even harder. It's crazy. It's a lot. I don't even know. But how are you gonna get 100 forced fumbles playing on the D line every play?
Well, it's
from MUT Master.
That makes sense though, because I swear to God, I forced at least 40 fumbles already because of how crazy arcade mode is. If you want to force fumbles in that mode, you can block kicks easy. I wonder if that counts if you block kicks if you're on D-line technically. You can block kicks easy. You tackle a quarterback, hit right bumper, it pops out. You get a big hit, it pops out. It's so easy to force fumbles, but I only have one credited to my account. And that's probably because the one time I got, I was stuck on defensive line.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, that's so dumb. You gotta be on the D-line. What are we doing, EA?
Every play.
What are we doing? At least it's not forced fumble and recover it.
Yeah.
Because then I fight somebody.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. So MUT Master had just gotten a little bit harder. I mean, it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, which we'll probably get to later on, but this makes it just much harder because you got to get 100 sacks using defensive line.
Yeah.
Which is, again, easy on arcade. So I guess while you guys are listening to this right now, playing Journey or playing Gauntlet, and you're on defensive line, just get sacks if you're going for MUT Master right now, because it's going to be the easiest time it'll ever be for you.
Yeah. All right. So, MUT levels. What are your thoughts on the MUT levels so far, Texas?
MUT levels are, why are people doing that free LT? It's not free. Stop lying. Hashtag clickbait. It's not free. We'll get to that later.
Why do you say that?
Because you kind of got to buy packs in the store to level them up. And they have the packs that you get in the stores have the LT21 collectible in it. And so you play the solo challenge, you spend 3,000 coins, you get a pack. You spend $1, you get that elite player plus an extra LT collectible. It's not free. So I need y'all to stop lying out here in these YouTube streets. But levels. I actually really am enjoying the idea behind it. I kind of wish it'd be involved more with sets and also other things besides just solo challenges, because they kind of just reward solo grinders and you have to play solo challenges to unlock shit, which you don't play, but now they're forcing you to.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish there were more ways to level up besides playing solos, but I like the concept of it just because now there are secret things in the game that you can unlock and do with the high level yet you get. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's I think a great, like, I wouldn't say, I don't know about innovative, but because I took it from MLB and other games, but I like it a lot. I think they can do a lot with those levels for the. So why isn't LT free? Just because you have to buy from the store for those packs? Those coins
so those what are those packs called? I have my Elgato something right now. I can't go to them. They're like exclusive level up packs.
Yeah. That
you have to buy in the store. So when you need to level 6, it's the first time you can actually buy it. You can buy LT, I think, at level 3 for 250 coins. So just buying LT is not free. 250 coins for a 73 overall LT, which you can immediately upgrade to a 74 because that pack gives you 2 collectibles. So one collectible. So one collectible if you upgrade to a 74, and then there's 2 more packs in the store. One is a level 6 pack that costs 100 points, which is $1 in EA MUT currency, and you get a 80 overall elite. Plus you get, I think, 2 collectibles. Yeah. 80 overall elite. And then there's also a level 6 pack, 2 level 6 packs actually, that give gold players. And
so, question: do these packs stack or
no?
Once you leave the level, you can't buy them.
Once you leave the level, you can't buy them. So you got to buy them right away. I'm behind on LT right now. I should probably have a 77 overall LT at this point, or maybe 76. Mine's like at a 70. I think mine's 75 right now.
So if you don't buy it every day, you lose LT?
Not every day. If you don't buy whenever you level up. Because they're only when you level up. You don't lose LT. You can still get them, obviously. It's just going to take a lot longer, too, because you missed out on a couple days, so somebody might have them before you do. But you got to spend coins and money to get them. And you don't have to, my guess is there might be a way you can get those collectibles that I'm not knowing of right now. I'm still learning this game, so if you guys do know, let us know down in the comments section below.
Yeah, they might bring up something later.
But as of right now, this is the only way I know you can get collectibles in order to level LT up, and it just revolves around buying 2 packs with coins and 1 pack with money, and then again at level I think 13 or level 12, somewhere around there, again it's kind of 2 packs with coins, 1 pack with money, and so then it gives you more collectibles for LT. So he's not free unless I'm missing something.
Well, that sucks.
It does suck, unfortunately, because you got to spend money and coins on it. And that's why I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this thing for? I just get a gold player for 2,000 coins? I'm not buying that pack. And I'm like, oh, I should have bought that pack like 3 hours later.
Yeah, they suck us in somehow. All right, moving on from the MUT levels. The journey takes 15 hours, you said?
That's the approximated time, between 14 and 15 hours.
That's I don't know. People wanted a long journey, and they gave it to them. Are you complaining about that, Texas? Are the rewards good enough?
Nah, it's 64,000 coins, what you get, and plus the Devonta Adams, non-auctionable, non-tradable reward, 86 overall wide receiver.
Ooh,
so you probably should have picked Jerry Rice if you're gonna be doing the journey, because you have a receiver right there. He's not bad, 84 speed. He's pretty solid, but 64,000
for 14 to 15 hours.
You get packs as well. I don't know if you get anything elite in packs right now. You probably can. I have opening my packs right now. Everything's kind of stacking, but the reason why they're so long is because they're not like the gauntlet where it's just knock these objectives out and you get out of the game. It's literally score 14 points and win. Rush for a touchdown, pass for a touchdown, and win. It's stuff like that where it's like this shit takes too long. Occasionally you get the ones where it's like force a fumble and you're good to go. But it just takes a long time because of those. So it's not. I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm gonna be watching Defenders tonight while I'm finishing it up, and then I'll finish the rest on stream. So if you're gonna watch TV and you're gonna be getting basically playing Souls and watching television, that's what you got to do. SummerSlam's this Sunday as well. Gun Fox will be streaming tonight, pulling packs. So you just watch some YouTube, play that, and it'll actually be worth it then. But if you're gonna sit for 14 hours to make 64,000 coins, this is why the black market exists.
Yeah, well, this time of year the black market is really terrible for check. Like the buying packs is better right now than buying coins because you get a much better return on value.
True. True.
All right, at least it was that way last year. I should calculate it out this year. I have to do my pack opening.
You gotta see, man. I've seen a lot of those cheap elites, man. Like 80 overall to 84 ain't going for nothing on the auction house unless they're like Tyreek Hill or Anthony Barr.
Well, everybody should save their golds until we get those team leader sets.
Yeah.
So just FYI, don't be selling your golds here.
Yeah, don't sell golds. Also, don't collect your golds just that you see the price, because I know some people are doing those upgrade sets for the
team tokens.
Team tokens, and right now it's kind of cheap to do, but it might go up in price. Also, may go down. So I guess you got to kind of gauge it and see what's the best course of action for which team. But like right now, it's probably just best just to hold on to all your cards till everybody gets the game. Because people are out here doing those sets. I'm like, why are you collecting 5 elite cards for elite collectible for 20,000 coins? It might be 1,000 coins when the game starts.
You mean those elite cards will be?
Yeah, I mean, 80 overalls will probably be going for. They're 4K right now. My guess is I'm thinking it'd be 1,000 coins unless people are doing those sets like crazy for unauctionable cards.
Yeah, they got to go down a little bit when everybody starts ripping packs and the day of the game opens, right?
Yeah,
maybe a week later.
Has to. It may rise up if they do something crazy with them, but like they got sets for gold cards to at least 81s, and they got 81s for 82 to 83. Like, you got a lot of sets in this game, and so my guess is these cards prices will go down. So why do them right now? Just wait to see what prices of cards rise, because it's gonna be a set. It's gonna be one of those team leaders or one of those team token sets, or for the what do you call it? The starter players, in order to that's gonna be going for a lot. Like, I don't know which team it's gonna be, but it's gonna be one of those that's going for a lot. So don't do anything right now until you figure that out.
Yeah, the one that's gonna go for, because you got to finish 8 from Upmaster. I think people said like Atlanta might be worth a lot because they don't have many golds. That's one of them, and so same with the Raiders. don't have many golds.
Okay.
So that might be the move to hoard those.
Hold Raiders and hold
yeah,
Atlanta Falcons because you need golds for the gold team token and you need elite for the elite team token. But the elites are going to be easy to get. At least you're 1,000 coins.
Yeah.
Team tokens replace badges, man. How you feel about that?
What's that?
Team tokens replace the badge, man. How do you feel about that?
I wasn't on that much of a crusade against badges like you were, Texas. So I don't care. I thought elite badges, they were whatever. They weren't my favorite, but I didn't hate them as much as you. I feel like I should be asking you that question.
I mean, it's a good reason to hate elite badge. They were everything for no reason, just to take coins out of your pocket. That's all it was. It's not. They weren't in there for anything. Just to serve you a benefit, just to take coins out your pocket. But
well, to take coins out of some people's pockets, but give them to other people's that are making those elite badges, right? Like those pack pullers.
Yeah, it just really didn't. And you really got many elites, and they were going for much, but they were actually going. It was kind of cool, but the fact that they just kept putting elite badges in sets and not giving corner awards, like what are we doing? Like it's just why? Just don't put elite badges in the set then. Just like it'd be fine the way it is. Make the players valuable, and the team tokens are kind of doing that since you can use players to make the team tokens. So I'm actually cool with them because of that aspect. You can farm your silvers into silver team tokens, your golds into gold team tokens, and then your useless elites into elite team tokens, which are better than doing those badge packs, which are a crapshoot. You should not know what you're getting out of them.
So that brings value to everything, which is kind of what we've talked about. You know, we want value in packs, and that's what EA is delivering here with these sets. So good job on the economics EA for that one. All right, you want to move on to Muttmaster?
Let's do it.
All right, so Sean Taylor, we discovered as the Muttmaster. Now, what's your initial impression of Sean Taylor being the Muttmaster?
I was excited until I saw his speed.
All right,
but I'm actually really looking forward to grinding for him because I mean, if you gotta get off, so you can't get basically Muttmaster, you can't get it done for 25 days. If you log on starting yesterday for the daily reward. It takes 25 days to be able to get them. So right now, that's like less than a month. Muttmaster won't be complete until like mid-September.
Yep.
And so looking at when he'll be completed, I'm actually kind of excited about it because he only has 91 speed, which isn't terrible, but he has great hit power. And 91 speed at that time will be fantastic. Fastest card in the game outside of Tyreek Hill and John Ross. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be great. I thought they were trying to make him like a card you would be able to get for a couple of months. Kind of how they got that with that AP. Like, if you look at the Gauntlet AP, you can't get the Gauntlet AP until next month. And that's if they do a Gauntlet in the month of September. We're not sure if they will. If they do one in September, you get AP in September. If not, it'll be October. Why am I going to knock a set out for an 87 overall AP when at the time he might have a higher overall card in the game for Team of the Week or Football Outsiders?
Yeah.
So it's
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So
we'll have to have a gauntlet next month. Mm-hmm.
We have to. Yeah. So I think we kind of confirmed that if you look at it takes 10 gauntlet tokens for whatever the hell that set is in the game, and there's going to be 10 gauntlet players in the game. But my point was, like, I thought we might get that card later down the line. So I thought 91 speed is going to be terrible. But then I'm like, okay, so the objectives are this. You can knock all these out in the 25 days it takes as long as you're logging on. The hardest one is going to be knocking out the head-to-head, obviously, because you get 100 head-to-head wins, I believe. So you're not going to get him right away. But if you were to get him right away, the 25th day, that's still going to be probably it'd be the best safety in the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's going to be the best safety in the game. One of the best cards in the game until November, December, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More than likely. So I'm actually kind of excited about it. Speed I got mad at first. Like, yo, why is he so slow? He was supposed to get for a while. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll get him pretty soon.
Yeah. And 91 speed is that's going to be number one in the game unless, like you said, one of those other two, like Ross or Hill, or something, get an upgrade. And at safety, that's phenomenal. Like, that card's going to stand out. With the way I'm seeing elites dominate lower cards, that Sean Taylor is definitely going to stand out. So I'm excited. I wish it was Troy Polamalu just for a Steelers fan's sake, but can't be mad at Sean Taylor at all.
He might be in the game this year, man. They got a lot of legends that aren't actually legends in the game, so Polamalu might be in there.
Wait, what do you mean Polamalu's not a legend?
I mean he's a legend. Like, they got John Abraham in the game. He's not a legend.
Wait, what?
I was just saying they got a lot. I say you might be in luck because a lot of legends in this game that aren't actually legends, and so like Polamalu might be in the game.
I feel like you're trying to trigger me here.
Polamalu. I'm not saying he's not a legend. I'm saying there's a lot of legends in the game that aren't actually legends.
Okay.
And Polamalu is not one of those that aren't actually a legend.
Oh, okay. So he is. Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
John Abraham in the game. Like, why? He's not a legend. I know he had a great seer, but Julie Peppers is better than John Abraham. and that's not me being biased.
Yeah, I think almost 99 out of 100 people would agree with that statement. But Julius Peppers is in the game because he's still a player.
Yeah, I understand that, but why John Abraham when it could have been?
Maybe he was cheap.
That's true. Yeah, you're right about that. He probably broke. Played in the era where his money probably got stolen.
That's cost consideration has to go into these things. If they only have a certain amount of budget.
That's true.
So Sean Taylor, that'll be a little bit of a grind, but not as terrible as previous years from what we've seen.
Is this the easiest Mudmaster's been?
Probably.
Because last year people made fun of it being easy because you had to play head to head, but all this is knocking out objectives. If you play the game pretty much daily and just do the minimum, you can probably get him done by February.
Oh yeah. It really depends on how many hours a day you put into the game.
Yeah, like you just got to get the hardest part. Is just gonna be 500 totals is easy but like the head to head is just gonna be the toughest part, in my opinion, because it's only 8 collectibles or 8 collections and shit like that for the team leaders and whatever. But yeah, I think if you play this game, in let's say like 20 hours, you'll probably be able to get Mudmaster. Not 20 hours. That's not that much. 20 days, you probably get Mudmaster pretty easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For solo. Yeah, but and like head to head, what 80 games or so? That's not too bad. 75 games? Yeah.
But
so,
you
anyway.
got salary cap too, so you gotta. I think it's 25 games of salary cap. 10 games of salary cap. I think it's 25 salary cap games.
I think it's 10 games of salary cap.
The 10 games? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Solo draft glitch. Do you want to talk about that, Texas?
Yeah. So apparently, my boy Wheels is not my boy because he didn't tweet me this and tell me about this last night. I would have been up freaking playing the hell out of that. So the solo draft apparently takes 5 tickets, which is a lot, which is probably why they rewarded so much. But whenever you got done playing the solo draft for the draft champions, or MUT draft, whatever the hell they're calling it this year, 5 games, you got an elite player. Now, I don't know if that elite player is just an 80 overall or if it was higher, but 5 tickets for 5 games for an elite player, that's not a bad deal. But EA realized that that this is an accident, and then they removed it. So there was a glitch in the game last night or when the game dropped, that if you had a bunch of draft tickets, you could have basically farmed elites if you just didn't mind playing against the CPU 5 times in a row.
Yeah, but those are, 3-minute quarters? That's way too much. I mean, how long would it take you to do those 5 games, do you think? An hour?
It'll probably take probably a little longer than that because, I mean, you're playing full quarters, you can chew clock score, CPU has a ball stoppage, probably like 2 hours.
Okay, 2 hours for one elite?
2 hours for one elite?
Like a lot.
I'm playing 14 hours for Devonta Adams, so I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But it might have taken like 2 to 3 hours, but it's still that's not a bad. It depends on what at least you got. Like obviously, if you got like a 90 overall, then it's actually worth it. But if you're out here getting nothing, then you're kind of pissed about it.
Yeah, if you just get like 181 overall, you're like, that was a waste.
That wasn't worth my time. Plus, it costs 5 tickets, which basically means 5 tickets equal the ticket price what it was last year. Was it $3,000 for 1 ticket? So 5 tickets is $15K.
Yeah.
So you're paying 15,000 coins for 4,000 coin elite.
Nah, that's not a glitch.
Apparently it was. EA removed it. Yeah. EA determined it was, and you're wrong about that, Fox.
Fair enough. Because they fixed it, because they changed it, it was a glitch. All right. Next up, I've seen some other funny glitches. Anybody in the comments or on iTunes, please tweet me if you see any other funny glitches or any other things we could take advantage of the game with, because those are always fun to do. But the people saw and took screenshots. Apparently, coaches are just like chilling on the field after some timeouts or something, which is kind of a funny little meme here with Tomlin and whatnot. But seems every coach has become a Mike Tomlin lately. Texas, you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why it's so funny just seeing 2 coaches in the middle of the field just chilling. It's kind of it's like a practice mode situation. They just like watch the team from back there. It's funny that glitches that's a glitch. It's in the game right now. It doesn't really affect gameplay. It's just kind of funny to see, and they're gonna fix it. But I don't know. I don't even know. Hopefully they don't break something when they fix that.
Yeah. Can you run into the coaches? I
don't think you can. It's like referees. I think they're just kind of invisible.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
And you got a way to lose a game right there, though. Fucking running into Mike Tomlin, knee tripping you again.
That would be so funny. Holy crap. Next up, the long shot solos and whatnot. Do you have thoughts on the long shot and the things we're getting from them?
So I found out yesterday that long shot would be gift reward. So you basically, for completing long shot, you get like 4 things apparently, maybe more that I haven't been told, but you get the 2 players or the 2 guys that are in long shot, the main character, and then I guess is the other guy that that's with him. But you also end up getting.
Did you say you found that out yesterday?
Well, no. I found out the 4 people. I thought it was just the 2 people.
What are the 2 people?
The Devin Colt guy and the other guy.
Yeah.
And then you also get
you clearly haven't been listening to Gutfox videos.
I don't care about long shot, so.
I literally said that in my leak video like 3 weeks ago.
I know you said we could play with them in MUT, but I didn't care about that either. So I guess
I'm just saying you found out about it yesterday, but I told you 3 weeks ago. I've seen this a lot with a lot of things. I'm like, these people are not listening to me when I say my leaks were legit.
We just don't listen in a sense. Like we listen, we just don't listen.
That actually happens to me a lot in my life. So I understood.
All right, so we get them over in MUT where they're like low overalls, but you need those 2 guys to unlock the long shot chronicle solos. I hate that to continue your long shot thing. No, just play solo challenge. That's all it is. You're not really getting anything for it. Only time he'll be in the NFL is because of that. And so you use those players, and once you complete those long shot solos, you get 82 or 83 overall of those 2 players, which is okay. It's fine. I'm not using those players at all. But the main 2 players that are important for completing long shot, you get a Chad Johnson and a Dan Marino. So there's probably no reason if you're gonna be playing long shot and doing some of those solos that you should pick Tom Brady as your MUT GOAT, because there's a lot of quarterback options for free so far. Same thing with Jerry Rice. Yeah. Same thing with Jerry Rice. Devonta Adams, and you get Chad Johnson. So, and then you got LT. So there's probably the only 2 ones to pick would be Dion or Ray Lewis. Now, based off all that.
True, but Dion's only got 32 block shed, and the running game's overpowered. So
it is.
I took him off. I don't know. I'm still firmly in Rice's camp, just because you can run 3 wide receivers if you do all those solos, and still 14 hours for an 86 overall. I guess you get some rewards too, but I heard that journey was just grindy, like you said. So I don't know. I guess you're right. Tom Brady, out. Definitely don't do him, but. The rest of it, there's pluses and minuses. Ray Lewis doesn't look too bad as a CPU middle linebacker, though.
Yeah, and all those guys, I think they can get up. They're all 85 right now. EA kind of messed up with the overalls on the launch of Mudhead, and that's the reason why team leaders aren't in the game right now, which I don't know if we talked about recently. Jake Stein said team leaders are not going to be the game at launch because of that snafu. But I think the GOATs can all be upgraded to an 87 overall.
Yep.
So, and that's through team tokens, I would think.
So wait, they won't be there at launch or just during EA access?
I heard launch. I read launch. Let me go back and see if I can confirm what I read. Because I know people were tweeting him that stuff. Why is this DeMarco Murray the same as his DeMarco Murray? Why is this LeGarrette Blount high overall but have 1 less trucking? Like so they gave LeGarrette Blount 89 trucking. It's like 84 overall card. That's 90.
Yeah, so that 84 looks. Yeah.
And people were like, "What is this?" And so I thought Jake Stein said, "That's what happens when we give you information early. Sometimes stuff goes out that's not finished." And I thought he said we're not going to be in the game at launch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad, but I guess we'll wait a couple of days for that. Nothing we can do, but hope they change it. So whatever.
I mean, I'm kind of cool with it because team leaders and then player upgrades are just all kind of the same, just different names for them.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you're turning your auctionable player into, like, a +1 overall and non-auctionable. Kind of a bad trade.
Well, I figured out, I got a video going out about this because apparently some of the ones are actually great. So, if you probably didn't know this, Aaron Rodgers, he goes up from a 89 to a 90. He gets the gunslinger chemistry.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. So, there are some good ones to upgrade if they get the ability. If they don't get the ability, then don't do that. So, but you also got to spend probably 300,000 coins on Aaron Rodgers to get a one that's unauctionable, but you get gunslinger chemistry.
Like if they put like battle ready on Blunt, that's an immediate upgrade, even if he gets lower trucking.
It's some cards that don't have abilities. I think it's just certain ones. I think they might have to be a 90 or better to get those abilities. Maybe I'm wrong about it because I know Harrison Smith didn't have anything on defense. I didn't see no tip drill. I didn't see no battle ready on that. And I just saw it on a few cards. So I'm gonna make a video pretty soon about which ones you should upgrade and which because like it makes sense too as well for like upgrading the 81 to an 82, I guess, because those cards be going for nothing anyway. So if you gotta get those sets done, you might as well just do it for that. But no point to collect like a Mike Evans 89 to or 88 to 89 when it just gets +1 to stuff that's not going to be noticeable in game. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, abilities are different though. But it's a different game changer.
I completely agree on that one. All right. So anything else you want to chat about Texas, about 18? Any final thoughts before we sign off for the week?
Yeah. So just confirm. Jake Stein said team leaders will not be there. Stars not. So I don't know if that means like he's accenting not be there at launch. It needs more time to meet our quality bar. However, 80 game journey will be there. So no team leaders until at launch.
Wait, but we already have Journey.
I don't know why he just because the question somebody asked was the journey be there, and so he said yes. He basically said yes for journey, but no team leaders right now, which is kind of a weird question. Chase asked that question. I don't know why he answered with team leaders. It's weird. I guess it's about team leader solos. I guess
maybe.
And even though those aren't free to play either, yo, stop believing these free stuff. Your Uncle Tex about to hook you guys up with some information that's accurate. This is why I don't upload right away. 'Cause I want to make sure everything I'm doing is on the up and up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you want the most views, you gotta upload inaccurate information, but with a good title.
That's
and make
true.
Sure the word
yeah. It works out, but I figure if you upload information that's accurate and also great, they'll come back. Which is all I care about. I don't want that guy to click on. You suck. It's not true and leave. Nah, come back. Come back.
Yeah.
Open arms.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, for every one of those, there's 10 other people that click on, look at it, and then one of those 10 will subscribe to you.
Right. I need to get my hand on some Madden code so I can get some more subscribers.
Yeah, that'd be the move. All right, so yeah, that's it for this week. I think next week we'll have a guest next week. We haven't decided. Yeah. We haven't figured it out, but we'll start bringing back a lot more guests and stuff. And
we don't want to put them in a situation where they had to talk about something that's not happening yet. And now that we actually got action, more guests in the future. I want to try to get a lot of guys on here. I follow some people on Twitter. Problem. Still want to get Kay on the podcast. Still maybe get Toke back on. See how you liking the game so far. And guys that went down there and didn't really like Madden last year, get them on to get their thoughts on this year's game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and all right. Thanks, Texas.
Thank you, Foxy.
I'll talk to you later.